everyone. It's just about 7:30. Welcome to Stamp It Up with Jaimie. Welcome to my new time slot. This is very exciting. I normally go live Tuesdays at 1 and just trying to switch things up a bit and seeing if this time works better. I hope it does. And I'm just going to give it a few minutes to see if anyone comes on. I am having like a little bit of internet issues, so let's just hope that the live feed doesn't die. Hi, Amy. At some point, I am hoping this doesn't completely flop. If it does, then we'll just have to pick it up again at another point. But has everyone put their kids to bed yet? My kids, well, my oldest is at youth group tonight at church. And then my other two were told to go up in my... Hi, Karen. Welcome from New Jersey. My younger two, 9 and 7, were sent to my bedroom with iPads and told not to make a peep or they would be in trouble. So it's definitely a lot easier to do this during the day when I don't have to worry about little ones making noise, but hopefully they'll be quiet. Yeah, I don't particularly enjoy the whole bedtime routine, but you know, what are you gonna do? Okay, so I'm going to get started and hopefully some other people will pop on, and if not, maybe you're watching this on my YouTube channel, not live. I'm going to show you this card today. It's a card that features some new product. Well, it's not so new anymore. I guess it's been around for a few months, but product from the holiday catalog as well as some tools from the annual catalog, which is always fun when you can kind of mix some new and some old together. I made this card for a color challenge, which I actually, you know, this is going to sound very silly, but I found challenging. I suppose that's the whole point of them. The color challenge was to use Lemon Lime Twist, Real Red, and Emerald Envy colors. And Real Red, you know, I think, okay, easy peasy, I got that. Emerald Envy is more of like a bluish green, so that was a little challenging. And then to throw in Lemon Lime Twist, which does not say Christmas at all to me, I was really thrown off my game. But that's the whole point, right? That you get creative and you think outside the box. So that's how today's card came about. And we're just going to dive in here. So... okay, so my card starts off with a panel of Real Red cardstock. This is cut at 11 inches by 4 1/4 and then scored at 5 1/2. And then that just gets folded over. And then I matted a pattern from the Quilted Christmas. That's what it looks like on the other side. Quilted Christmas DSP. And this was cut at, let's see here, 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. Gotta love those numbers. And then it goes on a panel of Whisper White, which was 3 3/4 by 5. And it just adds, leaves like an 1/8 of an inch mat on either side. So that goes on like so. I apologize if I'm shaking. I had to shut the heat off in my house while I do this because the furnace is actually behind me and quite noisy. So it may get, oh, I think I'm about to run out of tape. It may get really chilly in here really soon. So if I start to shiver, that's why. The things we do. Okay, so that gets adhered to my card front. Next, I took a piece of Lemon Lime Twist, and I just want it kind of peeking throughout my card. I didn't want it, you know, I didn't want it a lot of use because it isn't a traditional Christmas color, and although I don't mind it poking out, I didn't really want it to be the focal point of my card. So I'm using the triple banner punch. This panel was cut at 1 1/2 by 5 1/4. And the key to these punches is actually to flip them over, and you can make sure that the paper goes all the way to the back, and then you just punch them and you get your banner, which is perfectly cut. And I'm a little crazy about my banners. I like them to be perfect. So I actually use this tool a lot, this punch. You can see it's a little well loved. Oh, actually, you know what? That's a little bigger, so I'm going to do it again. Sometimes when I create a card, I don't write down the dimensions. So sometimes I have a hard time remembering what size panels I cut and stuff. Okay, is that fit better? So I guess I cut like an extra quarter off, so it'd probably be 1.5 by 5 is probably more accurate. In any case, let's just adhere this down. Oh my goodness! Look at that. My adhesive just ran out. How funny is that? Okay, hold on. Okay, ladies, so I have to tell you, I go to a scrapbooking event one weekend a year. And whenever someone, runs out of adhesive, we always say, another one bites the dust. And so y'all have to sing that for me because it's pretty exciting when you use up one. Just shows that you're crafting a lot and getting a lot done. Ah, this is hysterical. Okay, all good. There we go. So this panel went kind of in the middle-ish. Yes, definitely, Karen. Absolutely. Okay, so now we're going to work on our coffee cup here. And he's cute. So let's see here. I got to get organized. Let's put that aside. Okay, so I'm using the Merry Café stamp set. This is a great stamp set to have even now because they have really cute designs and ones that, definitely work for the holidays, but are totally doable just for generic cards. And they even have an I love you and coffee, which would be great for Valentine's Day. And it actually pairs perfectly with the Coffee Cups Framelits. That's how we're going to cut everything, and that's how we're going to stamp everything today. So I'm taking a piece of Whisper White here, and let's see, this is, oh my goodness, I'm shaking. Cold. 2.5 by 3.5. And we're going to start off with our coffee mug here. And I already have him mounted for us. And he's going to get stamped in the Emerald Envy ink pad. So just pop that guy up, open, move him aside, and stamp, stamp, stamp. And then that's going to go down, and hopefully it works. I always get nervous live. You run out of tape runner, and those sort of things happen. And, okay, so next, I cut out a coffee holder. This is from Real Red, and this comes from that Coffee Café Framelits. Because I kind of want to know where I'm putting my holly berries and leaves. Because as you can see, I have them kind of around the holder. So I really want to make sure I'm hitting it just right. And we're going to start off with the berries. Right there. They're itsy bitsy, so you definitely need the A block. And just be careful because you could definitely get lost. I could definitely see how. Oh, thanks, Amy. I'm actually more cold than nervous because I had to turn my heat off. Or else all you'd hear in the background was my furnace. Just being real, ladies. Keeping it real. Okay. So I did 4 holly berries. This is my Real Red ink. Tap, tap, tap. And I kind of want one in that corner. And I want one in that corner. And then let's see here, one down here. And then one over here. Just a couple guys. And let's see, I got to put him somewhere so I don't lose him. And we close the Real Red up. Then we're going to take our Emerald Envy ink, the same one that we used to make the coffee cup. And this time we're going to grab our holly leaves. Let's see here, where are they? There they are. It's a little leaf. It's itsy bitsy. It's super cute. I love it. I love holly berries. They're so fun to decorate with. And he's going on my A block because you definitely need the small one. And I'm going to ink it up. And then I'm just going to go near my holly berries there. Something like that. And then 1, and then 2. Cute, right? Oh, I guess I don't need that anymore because now I know where my berries are. And 1, and 2. So as I'm doing this, just a couple of things that are going on. In 2 days, Stampin' Up! Is going to start their year-end sales event. This will run from December 1st to January 2nd. And it's, you know, a big blowout sale. So they get rid of and discount a lot of product. It is while supplies last. So if you have your eye on something and you're dead set on it, don't wait, because you're just, you know, you might be disappointed, and it would be, you know, too bad if you really wanted something and you weren't able to get it. So something to keep in mind. So that starts on Friday. It's super exciting. Okay, so to cut out my coffee mug here, we're going to use the Coffee Cups Framelits. And, oh gosh, this is going to be a hot mess because I've used them a lot. We're actually going to use the largest one here. And if I were to take my Big Shot, I would put this over and run it through. We're going to do a little card magic to save time and so you don't hear the big clunker of a thing. I already did one and cut it out. So there's our coffee mug. Pretty, right? Now, to do the coffee lid, we're going to take, where is it? That one. Can you see it? The coffee lid and our Emerald Envy ink again. And just a small panel of Lemon Lime Twist ink, paper I should say. And stamp it. And then there's a coordinating lid from those same framelits that we would cut it out with the Big Shot. So I'm going to do a little card magic again. Oops, if I can get it up. Ta-da! Already done. So I don't have to show you. We're getting there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, first we have our doily. This is just a white delicate doily. They come in a package of 24. And they're super thin, and they just add a nice detail. They're fun because you can always snip them up and just use little snippets of it, or you can use the whole thing like I did on this card, and they really go far. I bought that one a long time ago, and I still have plenty of them left. So I'm just going to put that as center as I can. We're going to call that center. And then our coffee cup nose next. And try and go straight. If you look really closely, my card there isn't perfectly straight. I noticed it on my blog. That's okay. Maybe you didn't notice and then I just told you. And then for our lid, I actually use some Stampin' Dimensionals here. You just give it a little bit of a lift and some height to your card, which is always nice to have different dimensions and things at different levels. And then that's just going to go on the top here. So something else that's happening, we have the new catalog available to us demonstrators on Friday, the Occasions and Celebration catalogs, which is super exciting. If you would like to receive one, I would be happy to throw one in the mail for you. Not literally throw, mail you one in the mail, gently, package it nicely. And if you would like to receive one, either leave a comment here below, shoot me an email at stampinjaimie, gmail.com, and or get a hold of me somehow. There's definitely a lot of ways you can get a hold of me, and I'd be happy to pop one in the mail for you. It's excellent. It does not disappoint. I know, me too. I'm getting very antsy and so excited. I've put my list together and I've probably tweaked it at least 4 times already. Okay, so to do our sentiment, that also comes from the Merry Café. And this is kind of fun because with this stamp set, you can kind of mix up phrases. So my Mary's down here, and then my Christmas is up here. So they stamp separately, and we're going to heat emboss them. So to heat emboss, the very first thing you're going to do is get your Stampin' Buddy. Again, mine is Well Loved. And what you do with the Stampin' Buddy is you're just going to wipe it over your cardstock. You do this because if you don't, well, the Stampin' Buddy, or Embossing Buddy, excuse me. The Embossing Buddy gets rid of all the static so that when you sprinkle the embossing powder on your cardstock, you're not going to have little speckles. At least in theory, you're not going to have little speckles. Every now and then it still happens. But if you don't use the Embossing Buddy, you're definitely going to have speckles. So first I'm going to stamp my Christmas. This is Versamark ink. We use the Versamark ink because it stays wet longer, so it gives you time to sprinkle it with the embossing powder. And it's also great if you want to do like little watermarks on your card, like background designs or something of the sort. So there's our Merry Christmas. Okay, now we got to sprinkle it with the white embossing powder. This is how I store mine. I've said it before. I just go to the dollar store. I get one of the cheap Tupperware things. And I keep a scrap piece of cardstock in it so that I can just lift and sprinkle. And you just be generous because you really want all the words or whatever the detail is that you've stamped to show. Ta-da! And then we take our, where is it? Here it is. Oh my goodness, my cat's just knocked over our Christmas lights. Did you hear that noise? That was my cat. Oh my goodness. Okay, anyway, so I guess I can get my kids to be quiet, but I can't get my cat to be quiet. Okay, focus. So we're going to just heat emboss this. I have a heat tool here. It gets super hot, so make sure you know, you're not, what I usually do is hold it this side and emboss this side and then turn it. I know you can also use a clothespin. Is that the word I want? Yeah, clothespin to help you hold it, but it's gonna get noisy. And you'll see this is actually a powder now, and when you heat it, it kind of becomes, well, it like solidifies. And you know you're done when it's, there you go. It gets nice and shiny and white, or whatever color you're using. Can you see the difference? I don't know if you can see the difference. Just with your fingers. Doesn't take a lot. And you want to give it just a second to dry. I think the very first time that I did this, I ran it through the Big Shot and it smeared it all over the place. So just give it a second to dry. It doesn't take long. Okay, we're going to, oh, let me pause for a second. I wanted to give you guys a little sneak peek of my class next week. I have my cards sitting here and I just saw them. Next Wednesday at 12:30 and next Thursday at 6:30, I'm hosting a make and take party at my house. We're going to be using the Smitten Mittens bundle, and I thought I would just give you guys a sneak peek. That's one of the ones. Can you see the little snowflake detail on it? That's one of the ones we're going to be making. And that's definitely a Christmas card. I also wanted to make like a just an everyday occasions. I love a sentiment that says just a note, because you can say just a note and then inside happy birthday, or just a note and then inside congratulations. You can make it anything. So that's another one we're going to be making. And then the third, we make 4, but I'm only going to show you 3. This is the third one we're going to make. And I don't know if you can see, but there's a very faint detail in the mittens there. And it just enjoy the warmth of the season, which is, I like the sentiment because you can definitely use it after Christmas. Because, right, the season's ever continuing. So definitely RSVP if you're coming. I'd love to have you. We have a good time. Okay, back to why you're here. So my coffee holder here is done. I'm just going to put a little adhesive on it and pop it over my mug like so and push it down. There we go. Ta-da! Not too bad, right? Some easy stamping. The Big Shot does all the work, cutting out our images for us. Some cute details, and you have a card that's ready to go. Thank you for tuning in and for watching. I so appreciate it. I hope to make this kind of my official time slot from now on, Wednesday evenings at 7:30. And I hope to see you next week. Bye, everyone. Have a good night.